Welcome to the Velvet Room, a space for an open conversation about Black love, marriage, religion, and generational wealth. Sit back and relax and be prepared for a real discussion and open conversation. Like and subscribe.
What's up, fam?
Hello.
What's up, fam?
Everybody,
Hey.
what's going on, everybody?
You on mute.
Hey.
You on mute.
Hey,
There you go.
what's going on?
It's good to see y'all.
It's so good to be back in the Velvet Room.
Yeah, welcome back
Yes.
to the show. Oh, yeah.
Everybody good? Everybody good?
Yeah.
Great. Absolutely great.
That work.
And welcome everybody to the Velvet Room. It's been a while, ladies, since we
Yes,
had
it
allowed
has.
everybody together.
Yes.
But we are here.
There you go.
So everybody's coming and watching. Go ahead, please share to your page. And if you guys share to your page too.
Yeah, let's share this bad boy real quick. Let's see.
Well, you already tagged me, and you already tagged us, so we already.
You already got it. All right, welcome to the Velvet Room, an open place to have a conversation about issues in dating, marriage, and relationships. Again, everybody go ahead and share to your page.
Let's get that together right now.
That make you want to dance. That music, like Anthony, you remember that?
Oh, that's the body talk, right?
Yeah. That's what that feel like. Like you got to move your neck or something.
Yeah, you right. You on point with that. It went along with the song too. Did body talk?
Yeah.
Yep, it went with it.
Yeah.
That is funny.
Then you just throw in the carrot patch.
Oh, wait a minute.
He's doing it now.
See, all right. We're gonna have to pull that old music up one night and challenge everybody.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love
Name
it.
that dance.
Name that dance. There you go.
Yeah, good idea. Name that dance. So, what y'all do this weekend? Anything special?
Took it easy. You know, I met up, had some lunch with a couple of fellas, and we had a chance to chop it up a little bit.
You did that too?
Yeah. So it was cool.
I did the same thing.
I had a Savage in the building. I had a Hollywood in the building. I'm like, you know,
Oh,
Wow,
that was
it's like we-
cool.
Yeah, so we was in the same company.
because it was spontaneous, and I kind of enjoyed that. We just hit each other that morning and said, let's grab something. Who can make it?
It was good too, delicious.
Y'all could at least zoom the brother in or something.
Well, we took,
Right.
they sent you some pictures. They got pictures for you. That worked.
Well, I took a
I'll
little
tell you
road
about
trip.
it. Did a road trip.
Yeah, a little road trip, 2-hour trip up to with some girlfriends to celebrate birthdays. We got 2 March birthdays in our squad, so we try to make it a point, no matter where we are in our life, that we, celebrate each other.
Okay.
So we took a little trip, overnight trip up to Virginia, and it was so good. We met at a winery, and it was good.
Gotcha.
I need to get in a celebration club like that.
It's just friends. We just, we always are doing for everybody else in our lives. So to have people in your life that intentionally celebrate you, we just think it's important. So
Excellent.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, most of the women is gonna do that. Most men, they don't really have a club like that.
Well, wait a minute. It seems like you guys are starting something, because this is a great dynamic group of gentlemen.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I think it's an excellent thing for y'all to do. I
Yeah.
think y'all should do it. You already started breakfast. It's cool. It really is.
You know what? We might could do
They
something
already
like
started breakfast.
And listen, that gives them an opportunity to come see you in Florida, E. So
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's great.
I'll take y'all to Disney World.
Well, I'm coming.
You
Wait a
laughing?
minute.
Look,
Do it have to be
laughing.
just all guys? Now I
Now
want to
you
go.
say that, And
No,
we get there,
no. See, we get something good. Y'all gotta have pop. No.
Look, the ladies will
Hey,
crash
you
something in a
somebody hit your
minute.
bus ticket.
He just came off a trip, trying to go on another one, man. Come on, let us have our fun. Oh boy. So tell you what, Jim, what you do this weekend? What you do?
Broke my back, man. I broke my back.
Man,
Doctor
you was
said I need
working
a back out of me. No, I hurt my back during the week, man. I was out of commission. It's just now getting better, man.
Oh,
But
wow.
I got a lot of editing done, and you know I got to sit back, finally relax, and use my brain instead of being so damn
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah,
So
that back can make you
I
sit
actually
down and relax.
accomplished a lot for oncoming shows and stuff for my podcast.
That's
So
what's up. I'm glad your back is better. That's a scary thing.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
back.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
not being able to move, it's crazy, man.
Right.
It's crazy.
Right.
But
Is
yeah,
it men
so-
or is it men or does it seem like this daylight is throwing this podcast off a little bit?
it
I'm
seems
looking
weird,
outside
right?
in daylight and I'm not used to it.
You sure it's
Right,
time?
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, we were supposed to set the clocks back, huh?
Right.
Jamie, don't tell me you've been off all day.
All day.
I've been off
I-
all day.
Listen, I thought I was in the twilight zone. I'm like, what's going on here, man?
Yeah.
I was trying to get breakfast, had to get lunch. Man.
I feel you. I feel
Cool.
you on that.
So tell you what, Diesel, what did you do?
I had to sit there and think about what I did yesterday because I forgot already.
Yeah.
So, but it was. I had a great time with family. So we spent a lot of time. They all came to me because my children are grown, and then I have my younger child who's still with me. So they all just came together and we collaborated over here. So it was nice. It was really, really nice. It was nice. But I have mental blockouts. I don't remember days before. I don't know why that
Okay.
is. You go
I
to sleep,
feel
I
you.
forgot yesterday. It's like that.
I feel you.
Yep.
We had those moments.
Yeah.
Man,
those moments.
so look, I'll tell you what happened to me, right? So yesterday, of course, it was cold. So I was thinking about getting my fireplace, lighting it up, maybe sit on the balcony on the fire pit. Man, my internet went out.
Well, see, that's supposed to made it better.
I've seen that before.
Internet outage, like I could watch a movie. I could get on the internet.
You can always refer to the VCR tape.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, true indeed.
Now, wait a
I've
minute.
seen an outage.
So
And
you
it wasn't
skipped
even going
CDs?
out.
He skipped DVD and went
He
back to
skipped
VCR
DVDs
tape.
and went to VHS.
Yeah.
I was
Nah,
like, wait
go
a minute.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still
Watch
got a
the-
DVD player in the closet, so I'm like,
Wait,
you can still pull
You
it out.
forgot about regular phone service.
Yeah, that's true. Right. Right on your
Like,
cell phone.
you got internet on your phone automatically.
Yep.
Well, it depends on what
Hey, you
service
just went.
got.
You went back to the '80s and shit real quick.
You know, it depends on what service
What
you
about we
got.
had a little technical difficulty there?
What's up,
It's
Keisha?
all-
What's up, Tina?
It's on VHS. That's
So
what
what
it is.
happens? As soon as I said something, start acting up.
It's because we took a VHS.
We got you
It-
covered. We'll
it-
keep talking till you get back.
I got Spectrum, but lately Spectrum.
Uh-oh.
Oh, did he switch places with me?
They got him going in circles.
Wow, wow, wow.
Listen. So they don't know this yet, but we're gonna get it in. It's gonna be me, E, and Houston, and Anthony. We're gonna do the Velvets. We have every tone that we need.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the Velvets. No matter. We're gonna put something together for y'all.
All right.
Oh,
All
listen, I am excited.
Oh, you don't want to see the Velvets and oh man.
We're gonna put it
I write a little bit too. I know Anthony write. We can
Listen, I'm just here. I'm just here to
I actually
sing.
had a music production studio before, so you know we.
Yeah.
See, it's all in the works.
nice.
See, let's do it.
Wow.
Oh,
Look,
nice.
What's up,
look
Lee?
at y'all.
You know, we gotta
Yeah.
see moves.
Let's
Y'all
make
together.
music together.
Yeah.
We got some move left.
Mm.
I'm down for it.
Lee, what's
All right.
happening?
Nice.
Evening.
What you got, Anthony? What
You
you
see
got,
Bill?
bro?
Man, see, I should have said about my internet. See, that's what I get. Yep.
You never talk about the internet.
That's how you know they be listening.
Yep.
They spying.
Oh, yeah.
So you want to complain? No internet for a second.
Exactly.
Evening Lee.
I'm in control.
Hey,
all right.
Lee. Goodwin
Good
Cooper.
All right. So let me introduce everybody to my left, my right side on the screen would be Mr. Savage. How you doing, brother?
That's really good.
Yeah.
All right. Next to him at the top, I got Mr. E. Eric.
Hey.
What's up, party people? Good to see y'all.
All right. Right on him, I got Mr. Houston. How you doing, Houston?
Wonderful.
Houston.
Everybody.
Yeah.
What's up, Houston?
All right. Right beside him, I got in the middle Miss Brown Sugar. How you doing?
All
Brown
right.
sugar.
Yeah.
Want some of that brown sugar.
All right. And then the last but not least, Miss Ziza. How you doing?
These the
Hey,
road.
everybody.
Sheila E in the building. We got Sheila E in the building. I love
Yeah.
Love the hair.
I love the hair. Absolutely. It's beautiful.
Thank you, beautiful.
And not a lint ball in it.
Maybe not.
All right.
That's a good one.
So here's a part of the show, everybody. What pissed you off? We're gonna get into, and this is just something that's on your mind, something that just pisses you off. All right. So I'm gonna start this off. I went to Harris Teeter. This was today, and their variety is crazy, right? I'm looking like, man, they got all this, they got everything except for what you need.
And
Like,
Harris
I
Teeter?
could-
Yeah.
Yes, it's like they got that. They don't have what I need. They're out.
I shot there all the time, bro.
That
They
pisses me off.
don't. They'll have nothing you need, but
They
things
got
that
good
you want.
variety though.
What place
got
is
it.
What in the
that?
world do y'all
Har-
need? I mean,
Harris,
like,
Harris Teeter. I was
What's
looking for Harris Teeter.
Yeah.
It's a shop. It's like a shopping center.
What were you looking for?
The grocery shopping.
Store.
I was looking for some masala cooking wine. I was gonna make chicken masala.
So
Y'all had that pasta?
regular wine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. I used to cook. I used to make
Garlic,
one.
Yeah.
So they got
Mm.
Marcella wine, cooking wine.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just using
Anthony, you
Crisco.
should have went
Been done
JD
with it.
Connor.
Okay.
You just pour a little bit in.
Pour a little bit of Crisco and peanut butter oil in there.
JD Connor, all I had was
What are you
weed.
trying to make with that?
You know.
I got you.
I
Okay,
got
all right.
that's one of my specialty dishes. But go ahead.
He was entertaining everybody. He was
I'm gonna
entertaining.
tell you what bothers me. What gets
What-
I cannot
What pisses
stand
you off?
What
What
pisses
pisses
you
me
off? What
off?
pisses you off?
is when I'm scrolling through my phone, and you see somebody doing a little something where she dancing or whatever. I really ain't trying to pay attention, but if it's cute, I might stop for a second. And then your room nasty. Why are you booty shaking and your room dirty? Clothes
See, you
on the floor.
looking at that part.
So what?
Yes.
You're supposed to look at that part. You're supposed to look at the booty. The booty's supposed to keep distracted from the background.
No. Lord have
I
mercy.
wasn't even trying to look at you from the get-go, but the room is what caught my attention.
Man,
Well,
It's all about the room.
You.
it's all about the room.
Yeah, I always look past. I
doing this
like
part right here.
Yeah.
And then I see some underwear on the floor, and your bed ain't made.
yes.
That wasn't her first video. She was changing underwear during
And
the
3
video.
or 4 bottles on the dresser.
Yes.
Let me throw these drawers on real quick.
But you're trying to
Yes.
look cute.
Yeah.
No.
That's one of the
Yeah.
very first things I
I
do.
know the
is
date
make
I
my
had one
bed.
time. No.
Yeah.
No.
A lot of people don't know the importance, though. Sometimes they don't know the importance to handle that.
If your room ain't clean, I'm assuming something else ain't clean either.
But some people just don't care.
You're right.
They
Yeah.
really don't. I don't care how much they get teased or whatever. They just don't care.
They don't care. Because somebody's in their inbox. That's why.
All right, everybody.
Somebody's in the inbox.
We're gonna move along. Kind of cut a little bit of time here. Let me get something set up real quick. All right. The subject of the day is going to be: is a ride or die personality trait necessary for a man to feel supported and secure? But before we get into this, let's get to hot topic. Let's see what's going on in the news. Here we go.
And now it's time for the next hot topics.
My goodness, that teacher should be. My goodness, that teacher should be ashamed of herself. How in the world do you let her fire you? Oh, what's going on? What's going on, Velvet Rumors?
What up?
Yeah.
This is your boy E. I'm coming to bring you the news for tonight. Yo, it's not gonna take long. We got you 4 topics. Look, in Florida, there was a teacher, an elementary teacher, that was attacked by a 5-year-old and got sent to the hospital for a 5-year-old. But peep this. She got sent to the hospital the 3rd time by the same student.
No.
5-year-old.
No.
How can you get beaten by a 5-year-old and just I don't understand
No.
it. There was a teacher.
That's her
here in
child.
Florida. Now I get it. The child had special needs,
Had
but
to.
there's no way a teacher should be beaten by a 5-year-old. I don't get it. That must have been one cop strong.
She was trying not to
little
catch no
joker.
charges. That's all that was.
Yeah.
She was just trying not
Yeah.
to catch no charges because she
But
knew
even-
if she sat that child across the room, it's over.
But just to hold him down or whatever case may
I
be.
would kick that child.
Yeah.
I would have went to jail.
Yep. Kicked her right across the room.
But they said special needs. They said special
Now,
needs.
did it say special needs?
Need to get her ass
Five-year-old.
whooped. That's what they
Special
call it.
5-year-old.
Now I'm not understanding how the 5-year-old sent her to the hospital because you one hand, keep it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Unless
one
she was
time,
trying-
Squeeze just a
unless
little
she
bit,
was
squeeze
trying
a
to
little
get
bit.
away from the child.
You see
Let
them
her
5-year-olds
get her
nowadays?
head. That's the only way.
They
Hey,
looking like middle
hey,
schoolers.
Yeah.
one time the child pinned her under a bookcase.
No.
How can a
No.
5-year-old
That was not a child.
pin you underneath a bookcase?
Yeah. That's not a
That's
job.
That's
Wait a minute. She got the wrong job.
Well, first of all, I need to see a
I'll
picture
be
of
as
this
big
A
as-
5-year-old maneuver her and get up on the bookcase. She didn't find her profession.
Somebody
I'll
found
be
me a
as-
picture.
That
of this
child
kid.
need a new job. Look at this. Damn.
Yeah,
Go
exactly.
build
exactly.
something.
Hey, moving on to the next topic. Your boy Kyrie Irving, right?
Oh,
You know, he's not playing. He's not playing in the home games, but now he's allowed to come to the game, but he's still not able to play the game. So he's bashing the mayor for not lifting the vaccination. But a lot of people are saying just get vaccinated and you can play. But guess
ain't gonna
what?
do
But
I'm
peep
with you,
this.
Tim. Nope.
But peep
you ain't
this.
gonna
Peep
force
this.
me to do
Nope.
anything.
Peep this. He lost the games that he can't play at home. He is losing $16 million.
Oh no.
Hey, that's okay.
I wear
Hello.
2 masks.
Hold on.
Hold on. Just put me in, and I'll play $1,000 for each game that he plays.
I had to talk about this today. If they all stopped playing ball because of that, they would have made sure he played ball.
Exactly.
If everybody stopped playing ball for him, they would have all been playing without that vaccine. Trust me.
Unified.
Well, it could go either way, but people are saying, people are dying out here in the world. So, but at the same time, if he don't want to play, then that's
People
on
are
him.
dying
But don't
They
blame
died
the
with or
mayor.
without.
Yeah, exactly.
They died with or without. They can't even hide that today. That's the proof. With or without, he should have been.
But I
able
don't
to
think they should change the rule just for him either. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean,
That's my
they
whole
can't-
bet. That's fine if you don't want to take it. You just don't.
But
Yeah.
You don't get to play since that's the rule
Yeah.
for right now.
That's bull.
Yeah.
That's it.
Not
Until
only
we
that,
get our own.
he had an extension that he was going to get to continue playing with them for $186 million. So now he can't get it. So really, he missing out on about $200 million. $200 million. I'll take your vaccination
I'll
for
take that
you.
shot.
My
I-
Jesus.
My life is
I
worth
already
more.
took it in my mind.
Next
I already
one.
took it. I'll
A
take that
person
shot.
could live with $1 million. If he's already over $1 million, he'll be all right.
No, we
He'll
talking
be
about
fine.
Listen, no.
200.
People can go broke too. There's people in the NBA. There's multimillionaires
Yeah, they
that got broke.
Because they spend their money on
But
stupid
yeah,
stuff.
that's exactly that. He's not me. He's no fool because he's making a
Well, he making money.
conscious decision. Right. He's
Yeah.
If
He
that's his
obviously-
decision,
Over a shot,
Isn't this
186 million over
well,
a
that's
shot.
his, but that's up to him. That's
No.
up to him.
I'm not doing it.
It's all.
Yeah,
If you don't want to do
I
it,
ain't doing
all
it
well
either.
and good.
Hey, people did less.
Hey, let me
For
just clear
less.
this up. Let me just clear this up. Keisha said they shouldn't be forcing anyone to get the shot if they don't want it. Just as many people are getting COVID with the shot as without, and they are getting
Right.
sick enough to die. So nobody's really forcing him
That
to get
one.
it.
That
Nobody's forcing him to get
I
it.
think
You just can't make the mayor lift it because of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
For you.
Right.
Oh,
Exactly. Right.
They saying,
right.
hey, you good where you at. But so nobody's forcing him.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But hey, moving on to the next topic. Y'all know Kelly Clarkson, right?
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
From
Kelly.
America.
Kelly. Mhm.
Yeah.
She got a divorce, right? And she had to pay her ex-husband, for the divorce settlement, $1.3 million. But that's not it. Additional, although she has, they have joint custody, and she has primary custody of the children, she still has to pay him $45,000 for child support
A month.
each month for a 5 and 7 year old. And guess what? That's not it.
Father God.
Anytime that he gets the children, he must have his own plane. She's gonna pay him $50,000 whenever they do the transfer of kids. $50,000 for that. But that's not it.
Wow.
He's
It
saying,
sounds like it's cheaper to keep them.
I know.
No,
She,
it's
Been
not.
that for years.
He also had to pay her. She also had to pay him spousal support, which is $115,000 every month. And this is all the way. This is all the way until January 2024. So this joker is getting paid. So if you really want something, go marry a celebrity
Marriage. Yeah.
and divorce them a little bit later.
That's what they do anyway, right?
But you know what though? I'll be like, man, why you got, but you know what though? If it was the other way around, if it was a woman.
Oh, Anthony, it is the other way around. Guess what? Until July, he got to pay her $2,000 each month until he move out. Just $2,000.
I was like, go ahead and take that out. Go ahead and take that out before you give the rest of it. Take it out.
Hey, last but not least, I just found this out today, and it's a sad thing. Just found out that Tony Braxton's sister, Tracy Braxton, had died yesterday.
Yeah.
She died yesterday morning of what is called esophagus cancer. It's in the it's cancer that the tube that runs from the throat to the stomach, and she passed away. They said it was snoring, so they said our angel is now a snowflake, and they asked for everybody to please pray for the family and love while they celebrate her life that she lived. So we're praying for the Braxton family due to the sudden loss of their loved one.
Yeah.
With that being said, hope you all had something that you didn't know about the hot topics this week. Back to you, Anthony.
Thank you, Eric. That's pretty good. Always good to hear something we haven't heard.
Yes, sir.
Always. Hot topic.
Cool. Let's get into it. All right. The
Sound like
topic
Hot
of the
Pocket.
day. The topic of the day is going to be: is a ride or die personality trait necessary for men to feel supported and secure? So we're gonna get into this. We can just have a conversation. It's like the audience is not here, so we're just gonna talk. All right. So who wants to start it off?
Is a ride or die personality trait necessary? It's not necessary. I don't think it's necessary.
You don't think so?
No.
Why would
I
you
mean,
say
I
that?
want you to give me that feeling that you with me regardless, and we can kind of grow from that. But maybe because as I've gotten older, realize that shit ain't real.
But is it
Especially
necessary? It
100.
may not be real, but is it necessary for you?
You said the feeling. You like to have that feeling.
Yeah,
that,
you like to have that feel. You want to know that person is there for you.
But how do you know? What the
You never know.
indications?
That's why I said you got to have that feeling, because you never know.
So is it necessary then?
That's why I said it's not necessary, but it's a decent trait to have with the right person.
if you did not have it, would you feel comfortable?
So Houston, to me, it sounds like. Let me ask you a question. So it sounds like you rather have the. You can tell me you with me, but you don't really have to be with me.
Well, no, that's not. But see, necessary. I don't
That's not
necessarily
right.
have to have it, but I would like for it to be there.
Okay.
Because see, the reason why I say that is because
So what is
there are
your
a lot of people-
definition of it?
Well, now that's going to take me some time. I've got to think about what that definition is, because when you say ride or die, what do you mean? Everybody's ride or die comment is different.
Mhm. So what does it
It's-
mean
Wow.
to you?
What does it mean to me?
Yeah, what does that
Someone
mean
that
to
ride or
you?
die with me. So for me, a ride or die is when I make a mistake, a big mistake, and that person is like, I ain't feeling that. Oh my God, I'm so hot with you, but I got your back. We're gonna figure this out and we're gonna work forward. Now, if it's
Somebody,
like
so someone that has your back, regardless.
someone that has
Good
my
and
back
bad, right?
regardless, but now they're gonna tell me too at the same time, if you a ride or die, you should be able to tell me that now that's messed up. What you just didn't work. And we can kind of talk about it and I can accept it. And they got my back and I got theirs. You know, but see, some people, that's not your ride or die when they like, now I know he about to mess up. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let him do it. That's not a ride or die to me.
Oh no, that's some petty man. No,
Yeah, that's not ride or die.
Mm-mm.
And you still gonna stick around because you want to see how this is gonna turn out. That ain't
Oh
ride or die.
no. Oh no.
But you
That's
know what I
not
mean? I mean, but
sincere.
there's some situations like that.
Okay.
Now, let me say
But-
this and then I'll hush, Anthony. Let me say this. The reason why I say it depends on the type ride or die. I don't want somebody that we get into an issue and we know we need to break this off and she go, oh no, it's ride or die. We gonna ride this out or you gonna die. I've had that situation before too. No, when I say ride or die, one of us gonna die or we gonna keep riding. I don't want that either.
So you're not down for a ride this till the wheels fall off. Cause the wheels
I'm like,
fall
hey.
off, we about to die.
It depends on the situation. But if something crazy and you drive and it's like, oh no, they shouldn't have done that, and you gonna drive this car into the crowd to hurt, hey, I'm jumping out. I ain't riding or dying with you on that now.
But you know, though, it's funny because, you know, whenever we get married, you know, there's vows and stuff that we repeat, whatever the pastor, you know, says them. But I think a lot of people, they hear it, but they're not really hearing it. When they just saying it because they repeat after me. But it's safe to sickness and health, to rich or for poor. I mean, at the worst that person can be. So to me, a ride or die that's what it means. That no matter what happens in all situations, I'm going to be there for you. We're going to rock with each other. And I think that when people go in a relationship nowadays, everybody not really in it 100%. And we don't ever check that part. And it's good for us if you want to find somebody that y'all both can ride or die for each other. If you're not looking for that, then I think that I don't know what you're looking for, because that's the whole purpose. You want to find somebody you can be with forever. But forever means there's gonna be some bad situation. It ain't gonna always be good. You know, we want to go on these vacation and take all these little fancy dinners, but that's just the highlights of the relationship. But sooner or later, you're gonna go through some rough times. Every person goes through it. Every couple goes through it. You've seen people that have been together for like 40, 60 years. When I see an old couple, it just makes me laugh. I mean, it makes me smile. It gives me joy because these old they found a way. But what we don't know is we don't know their journey, and we're gonna all keep evolving in relationships.
Yeah.
And you have to really be in tune with your partner. I like to say you got to stay in tune. You got to keep asking questions. Just keep being in tune and stop letting the world get in. But you're going to go through some really hard times. Really hard. I don't care what relationship you is. You're going to go through it. Do not look for any dating or any marriage or any relationships if you don't have it in your mind. I know one day I was sitting with my cousin, and he said something to me one day that really touched me. He said that, you know, something happened to my wife. I would, if she can't use the bathroom, I would wipe her if I needed to. When he said that, I had to sit and think about myself, like, okay, am I really ready for that? We hear the good and the bad, but it means that if he or she get an accident and they're paralyzed, are you going to actually take care of them? And when it said for better or for worse, that's what it means. You don't need to repeat any vowels. You know that the man say repeat, and you're not understanding what it means. As soon one little thing gets shaky, nowadays, that's it. I ain't gonna do it. I can't take it. I ain't about to go through it. But then you're not relationship built. So don't even search for one if you're not fully ready.
So you saying that trait is necessary?
It's very necessary, or it won't last.
And
you gonna go through some stuff.
Steven said, nah, you got to die or ride. No other way than
Back though, cause
Die or ride.
listen,
They
I'm
see-
not dedicating my life
Sound like
to
the-
anybody that
sound like
can't
the
ride or
girl
die
I
with
told
me.
He said, you gonna ride or die. He said, see, you gotta watch how people say stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be in a relationship, it has to be like that's ride or die, no matter what. That's a smaller version of saying your vows.
All right.
Ride or die till death do us part. You know what I'm saying? Why go any further? You can't ride or die. This is us together. We do everything, good, bad. If I fuck up, that's what it is. We better work through that shit. You fuck up, let's work through that shit.
Have you
This
heard
is ride or
about?
die. There's no point in going any further if you cannot be a ride or die.
Yeah.
Loyalty
Tracy?
means I'm an
Now, what
Aquarius.
about?
Loyalty
is-
means too much to me.
I'm gonna be devil's advocate then. Go ahead.
I
Yeah,
got
I
you.
was gonna add. I was gonna say something like, I'm definitely not disagreeing at all.
Right.
How about when the roles are different and she?
She do up.
She was.
She-
Oh, I've been
She got
on the
turned
road.
out. She got turned out.
This is honest.
100.
And I keep it real all the time. I have done that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan, a huge fan of loyalty. If I've been on the other end when a woman steps out on me, and I'm sitting there like, you know what? All you had to do is communicate. Maybe I would even allow you to do so. You know what I mean? If worst comes to worst, we're gonna be together like that. I'm all about loyalty. If we're gonna say I love you, if it's gonna be whatever it is, we gotta go through with that. That's exactly what it is. That's why it's hard for me to pick and choose people that I rock with, because you have to be a ride or die to rock with me, because I could be something different every single day. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see me, my attitude change. I do this and that, but I still stay the same person. You know what I'm saying? And anybody who can rock with me like that, I roll with you, and I will do the same for you. You know what I mean? And that's how you build a good friendship or someone you can trust. That you want somebody like that. You need somebody like that. Anybody needs somebody like that.
Yeah.
What
do you say, Houston?
No, go ahead. Go ahead, dear.
I was gonna say, I actually, now granted, as a woman, I have my definition of what a ride or die is. Been in situations where I've considered myself the ride or die, and he as well. Again, depends on who you with, the relationship,
Right.
and what situations you term a ride or die. Because earlier on, you may not have been married, but you may have been in relationships, and things have happened. Whether it's the death of someone, and you're being that super supportive, really being there for that person, or that person's got sick, and you were able to show that person that I am here for you no matter what, or life situations happen and you show up, in a way that they may not have expected. But I did look online, in preparing for the show, and when I Googled it, ride or die came up as a colloquial expression for extreme loyalty to someone or something.
Right.
Not just loyalty, but it's
That's
like
what
Extreme.
it's
Yeah.
extreme
Yep.
loyalty.
Like I said,
That's why I
anything.
kept fighting with that word, ride or die.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
isn't
And-
it crazy?
All you gotta do is say die.
Yeah.
Die. That's as serious as it gets right there.
You say, hey,
Yeah.
can you rock
And-
with someone and the
and-
wheels
it's-
fall off?
And something else I learned too is where the term derived from. It derived from 1950s, a bikers club. Yeah.
Club.
And so, the chick was the ride or die because she was always the one. It was termed for the woman, because she, no matter what, she was, was staying by her man. And it later was given the term of defined more broadly as a woman would be willing to ride out any problems or else die trying.
Right.
Yeah. And what I got it originated was it was like you said, bikers, and they were saying that they rather die than not ride their bikes or whatnot.
Gotcha.
But I totally agree. To me, I have to have that. I have to have it because it's loyalty. You mean tell me, and that's the problem with the world today, is because they're going to the altar or they're getting married with it's just marriage. That's it. They just see each other shacking up, living up.
Some people just do it for the ceremony. Some people just like the wedding part.
Just the ceremony. It has no meaning behind it for some people. And that is really, 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 really making marriage look like it's something that you can just go into and get out whenever you want to. And it's putting a bad name for marriage. When I married someone, I'm putting my all into it. I mean, my all. Forgiveness. I mean, it comes with forgiveness. It comes with let's talk. It comes with let's work things out. Now, I do know that there's certain things that, God speak of that, warrants a divorce or whatnot, but it doesn't command a divorce. I was reading just this past week. It doesn't command a divorce just because someone get adultery, but if they can't work it out, then he allowed it to happen. So
I get it.
Even separation is allowed to happen before you divorce. Before divorcing, just go ahead and separate and try to work it out that way.
And Tracy Parker in the comments said he feels like it is only necessary in dating toward marriage.
Right. Well, yeah. I see what you're saying.
I feel like it's only necessary.
Friendship.
I guess what he's saying is,
family.
The ride or die.
Because I mean,
if you got friends, I think that they should be loyal as well. If so,
they should, but we have none that people who don't.
Definitely defines.
But your true friends will, in a sense, ride or die with you.
Absolutely.
To me,
it defines the level of
the ride or die. To me, maybe just me. It's hard to go past one finger. And everybody that say they are ride or die ain't ride or die. People claim.
I think we all know that. Yeah, I think we all know that.
But
because we all know that.
Right.
If you've got more than this number of people as a ride or die, 3 or 4 of these really aren't.
Right.
Right.
There's only a couple of people that I feel like are ride or die as far as friends.
I'm gonna go back to what
and depending upon the amount of pressure of a situation, because everybody seems to
people fold.
They can say one thing in the while it's cool, while it's okay.
Right.
I apply pressure.
That pressure.
I always apply pressure. I want to make sure you're loyal to me.
Yeah.
But there's no ifs, ands, or buts about ask anybody who rock with me. I make sure I put on the pressure.
But
I think the trait, I'm not going to change my position. I like talking with you guys because it opened my eyes to certain things. So I think as a trait, yes, I would say yes. I would love for that to be a trait that I see in someone, that they'll ride or die. Is it completely necessary for me to have that? I would say no, because I know everybody's not a ride or die. Let me ask
you this. Isn't it the same as support? Really, you telling that person, I need for you to support me. But if you saying that you don't want that, then you saying that you don't really have to support me.
Well, that's because that's the way you look at it. Because
I
want your
support. That's why I'm asking the question.
Right. Okay, right. I'm just saying.
Ride or die, saying I need for you to support me and be loyal to me.
And you did say loyalty is important to you, Houston.
Loyalty is the most important.
So it's really loyalty on, as the definition said, on the extreme level. Like you're loyal to me in a way that you wouldn't be loyal to Joe Blow on the street.
Right.
There is a clear separation where your loyalty lies as relates to us in this.
Right.
Like I can count on you without a doubt. That's what
I can tell you, and there are people that probably see this and know exactly what I'm talking about. When there's a situation that comes about, and like you said, pressure has been applied. When you're along the highway at 2 a.m. and you're only a mile away or 2 miles from someone's house, and your car is broke down, and that's your ride or die, and you call for a ride and they never come. That's not a ride or die anymore. That told me who you are. We can still be.
What is the reason why they didn't come?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Went to sleep. They went back to sleep.
Now, did they
not when I called in distress at 2 a.m.
So what now?
You went back to sleep. I said you went back to sleep after I called you. I'm in distress inside the road. You went back to sleep.
Yeah, you talking about, okay, give me a few minutes, man. Give me a few minutes.
oh, you would never get another call from me again.
Well, you
that
know,
relationship ended right there.
I gotta weigh my options. I tell you, I'm super loyal. I gotta weigh my options. Are you the type of person that's always calling me at 2 o'clock in the morning to come scoop you up while you bullshitting around all the damn time? Nah, I'm not gonna, man. Go with yourself.
That's totally different.
You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. There's gotta be some context. Like you used to do it. Now I'm not doing this every 2 o'clock in the morning because you want to drink and do some dumb shit.
Because I'm the type of person that when that happens, I would go, well, what would it do? Man, I swear to you, I was coming, but because I roll back over, so I'm gonna get up in just a minute. And it was about 7:30, 8 o'clock by the time it hit me again.
So my question to you then, Houston, is, you know, usually when when you think of somebody that's your ride or die or just super loyal, there usually is some definition or something that has taken place that has shown you that you can count on that person.
Right,
so,
right.
Like, what is so? Yeah, for me, I would know who I could call.
Right. But see, that's what I'm saying, and I'm gonna say this to Steve.
Anthony, keep that up, Anthony. I got to comment on that.
Look, but Steve, let me say this. Up to that moment, I thought that was a really good friend. I really did. So that taught me that, like, oh, okay, so there's a certain limit. But now, you know what? I'll say this to Steve too. You're exactly right. And the reason why, there have been other situations, maybe not quite that big, where I noticed traits of this person might not be there if I really need them.
Right.
Let me say this to that comment, Stephen. You said you chose the wrong friends in life, bro. Well, sometimes you don't, just like marriage, just like friends. Sometimes you don't know. You're right about that.
You come to the crossroads.
Exactly. Because somebody asked the question, are relationships or marriages an accident? And I would say no. They are a decision. Yep. You make a decision. They're not accident. Now, that decision you made might have been a mistake. So you can make a decision, but it can be the wrong mistake. It can be a mistake because you finding out some things that you didn't know. So it's not that he chose the wrong friend. It's just that they just show you who they really are.
Right.
Hey, but I want to add. I want to add on.
He said my interview process was off.
It's off. Stephen got straight jokes.
Look, I'm gonna just say this. If that's the case, half the people that we've ever dated that we're not with, our decision was off.
That's why we're not with them.
It was.
but we went out with them. If we knew they were going to be there where they were, most of the time we would not have gone out with them.
I got some. I want Disa to go. I got some after Disa.
I have this thing and I know it's with everyone. It's like, you may not know everything about an individual because at the same time, you don't even know everything about yourself.
Right.
So as time progresses, things start to reveal about your own self that you have to analyze inside of you. So to be like, I'm not going to write that person out, because people, like we said with marriages, people make mistakes and they want to stay with me no matter what, ride or die, stay with me no matter what I did. Stay with me because I made a mistake and we can still get through. But as you're finding those things out about that person, you're also finding things out about yourself. So we got to learn to also be patient, even though that person did not come through. If they have been a decent person all the other times, I'd be like, you know what? I might be a little weary to call you the next time if anything was to happen, but I still love you. Want to know why? Because we're all finding out about ourselves.
See, I wanted to piggyback off of. I'm glad Disa said that. I'm so glad Disa said that because it goes right with what I wanted to say. It goes for Houston. Remember, you said if they don't show up, that's the end of it, right? And you said they're not ride or die for you. So for you to just dead them like that, are you ride or die for them? But
see, I never said that I ended it. I never said
that. You said that's it. You know what I mean? Like that's they're not a ride or die.
Right. I'm saying that's it for me to expect you to show up for me. I'm going to still be there for you if things come up, unless I feel like I'm being used. But as far when something happens, I can't expect you to be a ride or die for me. But I have done things for that person since then, over and over.
I'm just making sure, because I'm going by what you said. You said that's it for neat. Like there was no ride or die. So for you not to even accept them knowing that y'all even been that close for you to even expect them to be a ride or die. You obviously went through something with that person for them to be the ride or die. So if you cut them off that quickly, does that make you not a ride or die for them by automatically thinking they're not a ride or die for not showing up?
If I said that I cut them off, I misspoke. What I did is I put them in a category of going, okay,
more cautious.
I can't call you
right
when I'm in a situation.
Heard.
I didn't cut the friendship off. I just make sure they were out of my ride or die category.
I just wanted more context. I wanted to know.
I got you. Because sometimes I'll say something to be joking around and didn't really mean it that way. So I'm glad you cleared that up.
But I'm gonna check you on it, brother. Check you on it.
In most relationships, in a lot of relationships, I should say that most people self-inflict themselves with issues, and that's the one thing that most people don't do in society. They don't take a look at what they brought to the table, how they, even friendship. If you would keep telling a friend exactly what they want to hear, then you're really not a friend.
Right.
You should be able to hurt your friend at times because you told them the truth. That's called being loyal. That's called, hey, I'm not going to do this for you.
Who's watching this?
But I'm telling. That really is a problem with society today. Is friends or so-called friends, and I wish it was a button on Facebook.
A friend tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
Yeah, not what you want to hear, and they're afraid to do that, so they're not really a friend.
That's
and I don't get that.
Also, it's friends not being able to accept criticism because there's a lot of sensitive people that just can't take it. That's why their friends don't say too much because they know that their friend is too sensitive.
And that's called coward. That's called a coward friend.
No, it's not.
No. The friend says it, but the recipient is unable to receive it.
They want to say what they want to say, but they care about their friends feeling so
one
much.
thing about that though, it doesn't matter. As long as you do your part, then it's over.
That's what I say.
I went through it with someone, and I learned to listen to her because she's someone I would call for female advice. And she's like, you know what, Anthony? She was giving the rundown. I was like, no, I don't think that's it. And she ended up being right, just like your mom. You thought your mom was wrong. And eventually, you're like, okay, mama was right. So sometimes but it's still a friend there to tell you what you need to hear. You might disagree with it, but a true friend is there. And even if y'all disagree, it doesn't matter. You can always stay friends.
I have learned that I had a friend that was that way because I am that friend. I am that ride or die friend. I am super loyal. I am just that. If I call you my friend, it's for life, and it's really nothing I would not do for you. So that's just not in my marriage, dating. It's in my relationships with people. If I really hold you near and dear, then I am going to show up for you. But I have a friend that's very, very close, but I had to learn. Different friends require different things. Yep. And I am that friend that I'm going to listen to you, but I also tell you what you probably don't want to hear. I'm going to give you the truth. What I learned, because we end up having back and forth banter, that I learned to back up and just said, okay, with that friend, I'm not going to specifically just write out and say it. I wait until she asks. Because what it was starting to cause tension in our friendship. And so what she also knows is if she asks me, I'm going to give it to her. But we had a discussion on how do we move forward. And basically, if she didn't ask me, she really don't want the 100% truth. And we had a discussion. So I respect that she's aware that she doesn't want the 100% truth. But if you really want my honest opinion, because you got to check the source. It's coming from a source that loves you and cares about you. Right. So if I'm giving it to you the way you don't want to hear, it's probably some truth to it. So you learn the people that you're with, and you were kind of learn to respect some of those boundaries.
Right. And that's why I said it's not necessarily being coward. You understand certain friends on different levels.
Yes.
And they accept it different ways.
And everybody can't take you on the same level.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got go out friends that you just talk to. I like that where you got different categories friendship.
Right.
You can't hang out with all your friends.
And some friends move up in category as you get to know them, and they'll become a ride or die. And some stay at the same level their entire life,
Right.
and then some drop off.
And one of the few things I learned is sometimes just grow apart. And sometimes I learn
It
to
does.
just accept that.
It does.
I learned that a long time ago. Sometimes you just think y'all can stay the same forever and always have the connection. And sometimes you just realize, you know what? Y'all just at two different places in your lives. It's just not the same no more.
And that's okay.
That's how it is in relationships.
Hey,
all of
Shanique,
a
thanks for
sudden-
joining us.
All of a sudden,
Yeah.
somebody may say, you know, I'm out. You're like, what? You out? What in the world? What happened?
Yeah.
And they're just out. They just grew apart.
And Steven
every
makes a
friend.
good point. Every
Yeah, he
friend in
does.
a relationship has to be handled differently. Every individual is not the same. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the basis of loyalty should be the same.
I
Right,
agree.
right.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
And
There
that's
is
human
no-
relations.
There is no confusion on what loyalty is and what it looks like.
yeah.
There's no
That's
confusion
just
there.
human. What Stephen has said is just human relations, because it's the same thing as we already know. The same way you would relate to your children. It's
know
the
what?
same way. Like, you're going to deal with one child maybe slightly differently than you're going to deal with
Yeah.
another child.
Uh,
So it's ways. It's usually not even how we say things sometimes to people. I mean, it's not what we say, but it's always like how we say it,
Absolutely.
how we maneuver what we say, and we have to
Who's
gauge.
sprinkles?
We have to gauge who we can say stuff to and how we're gonna do it.
Absolutely.
We gotta
Okay.
be strategic.
Anthony, put Shanique's back up there right quick.
Okay, Tanya, who was sprinkles? Go ahead.
I was going to comment on what Shanique says. She said sometimes we outgrow friendship. And you're right,
that's
Shanique.
what Anthony
because-
said.
But the reason being is because your friendship can be playful, but as you get older, it requires maturity. Some things go out the window. You can't do the same things you did when you was 18,
Eric, you
19, 19 years old.
You sprinkles.
Oh.
Sprinkle me, baby.
They got sprinkles all
That's
over.
the stripper name, Sprinkles.
But you can't do the same thing that you used to do when you was 18, 19 as a friend.
True,
And some
true.
people wants to stay there, but
Right.
there's a maturity level that you got to change. Hey, if you're gonna stay there, then I'm gonna have to change,
Right.
those who are in my circle or
Right.
whatnot. I still love you. And
I mean, I
still
think
care about
we
you.
all experience
Right.
that,
Absolutely.
especially if you live in one place and your hometown
Alright.
is different, and you go visit people from your hometown and you cool with them, but you realize that okay, when you come to town, if they still want to go to the club and drink and the whole nine, you like, I ain't really feeling that no more. We
All
still
right.
cool friends, but that's just not where I want to go.
Right.
So I have a question for the gentleman.
Yeah.
From each of you, what does the ride or die woman in your life look like? What does that look like for you? How does that show up for you?
Oh, that's
How do
easy.
you know? How do you know that? Yeah, this is my ride or die.
To me, go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead.
You go ahead, bud.
To me, I
Love
don't
the
know.
question.
There's not a no, but there's a faith. I believe. I see it in you. Now I just want it to come to surface. So I don't know wholeheartedly because it has to play itself out. Now, as far as meeting someone and do they check all the right boxes? Yes. You think they the one? Oh my goodness. But down the line, they just were words. They really weren't. And that what that person looked like to me is someone who has me no matter what, don't embarrass me, someone who love me for who I am. You know, I'm a man that I ain't gonna be perfect, but do you see my potential? Is my potential good enough to continue to walk, ride down that road with me? If my potential is there, then you know my intentions to hurt you was never there. You know, we all make mistakes. So that's what mine is just support me as I support you, and let's ride this thing out. Let's sleep on
Let's not sleep on the couch.
Life.
don't sleep on the couch. Let's sleep in the bed. Let's cuddle up. If you're mad, you're mad. But let's
So
Okay.
I want to
So
answer
for
your
Eric,
question.
it's support. Okay.
I want to answer the question. It's time and action. That's what it looks like to me. As your actions, they're the same on my side, no matter what we go through time, that's how I know you're loyal. If we have bad times, you still there showing action. You know what I mean? That right type of action towards me. Time go by, we are loyal. We are, you know what I mean? I know you've been there through these hard times, your good times, these times, anytime. You know what I'm saying? And that's me, time and action.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's
And it also goes to what Steve said with the levels. There's always, your loyalty can be different on the level of your friendship with each person. As long as you stay loyal. But there's different levels to every person that you deal with.
Well, Steve said you won't know until the police shows up.
Facts, we've been there.
Well, it depends on what kind of ride or die you got here now.
Hey,
you're right.
Been there.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Anthony.
Yeah. For me, I'll give you a perfect example. I had a date not too long ago. The person said, she wanted to get to know me, blah, blah, blah. So I said, look, tonight I got a couple things going on. I got to do some video editing and talk about the podcast. So she said, oh yeah, it'd be interesting to see you, cool to watch you work. Until she get here, it's like, you're not talking to me. I'm thinking,
right.
I thought you said it was cool. Then can you turn that down? Like, you know what? I don't lost the vibe now.
Yeah.
Anthony,
like people say that, huh?
Was that one time where you was on the podcast and you said,
No, that wasn't that time. That was another time. No, I was joking. But what's the one that can actually? Sometimes I have a lot of stuff going out through my mind. I have to really get out creative wise. And everybody say that they want to listen to you, but everybody is not really in for that. Some people just have a specific thing in their mind what they want that person to serve for them. And of course, I got it for me. So I might be looking for somebody I can just brought all my ideas to. So what I have to do is call each one of y'all. Say, Eric, I got an idea. Houston, I got an idea. Jimmy, guess what? I got nobody to give it to. Somebody that can always be there for me, to listen to me. And I will always give it back. That's the thing. It's like, matter of fact, you give me 10, I'll give you 20. But it's just hard for me to find that ride or die because everybody wants somebody that's really into them. I want the same thing. Sometimes it's like a power struggle.
You want someone to reciprocate.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Yep. Y'all the fellas go.
Did Houston answer? Did you answer, Houston?
I was trying to be quiet, like maybe they'll forget about
me.
No.
You didn't answer.
You're one of the gentlemen.
You know what? Let me say this. I'm going to answer that question. I'm going to say this for the first 10 seconds. I think, and Savage, you were right. It's like I was moving a little bit back and forth. I think a lot of it is because I'm such a ride or die. My defenses are up to the point where I don't want to be one again, for a minute.
Right, I get that.
So that's what I think was going on in my head a second ago. When I was like, oh, no. Because I am such a ride or die person for people in my life that when you get disappointed so much trying to be there, when they don't show up for you, it makes you a little bitter.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It makes you a little bitter.
Yeah. Can I? Oh, go ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead. I thought you was finished.
For me, what a ride or die looks like is what I have right now.
Okay.
Like
she is there for me even when I don't want her to be.
Wow.
That means a lot. So when I have my moments and I'm quiet, she might be quiet. But that's just her. She's in her moment too. So, but then when I may be going in the wrong direction with an idea or thought, she's listening to it, but she'll rebut and say, well, what about this? Well, have you thought about that? Sometimes you don't want to hear that. But a real ride or die will help you with that problem, that situation. But then when I go with the decision that I made and it didn't work out, it's not rubbed in my face. But let's see what we can do to fix this. See, that's a ride or die.
Right.
That's in your corner. And it's got your back. And when I'm wrong, if it's something, I try not to do something completely wrong in public. But if I do or missay something, she's not trying to correct me right on the spot.
Absolutely.
She'll wait till we get back in the car, and then she's like, "Now, babe,
no, you was wrong for that."
She'll talk about it instead of talking at you.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So
defend you in public, but correct in private.
Right.
So
That's my ride or die.
So listen, you guys, we are at the end of the show. We got we supposed to wasn't able to do the verbal letter today. Wasn't able to do sex facts, but want everybody know we have a new spinoff today. The Verbal Room After Dark show coming on at 8:05. So we have to get ready for that. And that's going to be the sex show to get into things that we can't get in on our regular show about relationships. And it's hosted by the one and only Mr. Jim Savage and Miss Sheena J.
Jim Savage.
Oh yeah.
So
right, no
today will be a sneak peek premiere of the Velvet Room After Dark, which will be going on next Sunday at 10 o'clock. Starting next Sunday will be 10 o'clock. So they just do a little short show. And y'all, please stay tuned next week to the meeting in the ladies' room next Sunday at 7 o'clock, followed by Men Cave Conversations. We kind of win. It was like we're like 3-1 right now. You know, we win it, but that's another story.
It's okay.
So
I like to see the men win.
Yeah, look, for one time we got a thing together. We know men don't usually have a thing together, but let us have a little time. You know, we enjoying it right now. We're enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody stay tuned. I'm sorry we couldn't fit everything in. 8:05, the Velvet Room After Dark show, sex show is coming up. And start next week, 10 o'clock, the Velvet Room After Dark, late meeting in the ladies' room. And y'all, let's go ahead and cast the glasses up. All right, you guys. Here's the
Thanks
love,
for all the
good
viewers.
relationship, good
Thanks for
marriage.
all the viewers.
That's right.
Later.
See y'all next week. Stay tuned, 8:05.
I'm looking for loyalty. I need more friends.
I'm just not trying to die. I ain't trying to die no more.
All right.
Let's die in the flesh.